Hello. Hi, my disciples of perseverance. This is Alize coming to you with another daily devotion for today. So, every day I'm going to try to be the best consistency with my obedience to God and my praise to God, to be consistent and to persevere to get you guys a daily devotion every day. I know it's been some months and life been lifing, but God been Godding, and the devil, of course, still mad. So, yes, this is daily devotion with the disciples of perseverance. So, y'all, I'm coming on here raw. Y'all know how we get into it. So, we gonna get into the word because I had a prophetic dream and it was absolutely amazing. And before we get into this dream, I just want to say I want to thank God just for everything He have done for me. Just His grace is sufficient and His love endures forever. And I've been going through the most grieving stage of my life. My husband just got murdered Christmas Eve. So leaving out of 2024 and coming out of 2025 have been very hard. But of course, God is so faithful that He has been, and I'm sorry for the sounds, He has been holding me, and I've been clinging on to Him throughout this whole journey. And trust me, this is why I'm in front of you guys today, because He is able, so am I. So I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And no matter what, we're gonna persevere through this and do God's will and purpose that He have on my life, because time doesn't wait for nobody and things still gotta keep rolling. So we here. And we're blessed to be here, and I'm thankful for God to allow me to be able to keep going and to keep persevering and to please the audience that He have for me, and my supporters and my fans that are watching for me and supporting me and have been praying for me throughout this journey. I've been getting so much messages and so much message requests from people that just been like, listen, I see you on YouTube and I need you to get back into that word and back on that page, because your word be helping me out. So, and it's been a blessing to me as well. So I'm just thankful, and I'm just thankful to just have His love and a father like Him that just holds me and loves me, and able to pour this out into you guys. So the prophetic dream that I had the other night was literally about basically I'm so excited. I love doing this for you guys, and I love doing this for His kingdom. So I had a dream about vindication, me wanting vindication from God and from people. Most likely not even from God, but for God to vindicate me. So I was asleep, and God gave me this dream, and the dream it was God was there. He was dressed as my father, but He was a wise man. Like, my father have dreadlocks. My biological earth father, he have dreadlocks, but my father in heaven had his face placed on a different body. Like, it was more like his hair was like somewhat like this but longer, and it has some gray scripts in it for like wisdom, I believe. And God wanted me to know that He was my father, but the father. So my Abba, as I would call him, my daddy. And we was living in this penthouse. And as we was living in this penthouse in this city, I believe it was California or some type of upscale city, but we was living in this penthouse, and the people was so mad that we was staying in that penthouse. I'm not sure if my dad did not stay with me. I was staying there myself, But I was staying in a penthouse, and the view was of the city. It was like in the heart of the city. It was so beautiful. And we was the talk of the town because people couldn't understand, like only the top of the top was able to stay at that penthouse. But I was granted access in that penthouse for whatever reason, for God's grace and God's doing favor. I was able to stay there. So the people was already upset. They was trying to look for a way or a reasoning every day. Like, they didn't greet us when we would come up inside, because the elevator goes straight inside the room. They wouldn't greet us. They would be so nasty to us. And I would just continue to like be like, whatever, I'm in here, so it don't even matter. Just because I was on the top of the penthouse. So my sister come over, and as she comes over, she end up doing something, and I wasn't looking. I had no clue. I just seen the after effect of what she did, and she basically threw something at the window, and it was a big hole through the window. The window was so thick that it was like two glasses on the windows. I'm not sure what type of windows those are, but it was like two glasses, because the windows were so thick that whatever she had thrown had to be so strong to break this window. So as she throw the window, she hides in the back, and she get up out of there, right? And it's my place. So I goes to the window, and I'm looking out like, oh my goodness. And I look out of the window, and all the people in the city are looking at me, pointing at me like, oh my goodness, like, see, look, these are the people that's born in our city. Like, and it was glass on the floor. I just remember looking down, it was glass on the floor. I just see the different face expressions of these people. Like, they were so angry, and they was ready to come after me, after my neck. Okay, so my father comes upstairs, and he's like, don't worry about it. Like, I already called some of my friends, because word was going around town so fast that I didn't even have to make a phone call to him. Like, he was there. Like, I don't know. Maybe he heard my cry. Maybe he heard, because I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And he came right on time. Right on time. And that's a prophetic word for somebody. He came right on time. So I'm like, okay, Daddy, what I'm going to do? And he was like, don't worry about it. I'll take the blame. Like, I got you. You don't have to worry about nothing. Just stay put. I got it, you know? So him and I remember my daddy childhood friends. My daddy had this group of childhood friends that they called the Horseshoe. And all of them came, and all of them had all white on, and they was like walking up like they was ready for war. They do not play. They was not playing. Even the one that fell short from drugs, he came, and he was like renewed, and he was ready for war. He had the armor of God on. They was ready to go to war for me. It was no ands, if or buts. It was like they was ready, okay? So all these people came, and they was ready, like, and everybody was just walking out the way like, oh, I guess her daddy finna defend her. So he goes outside, my Abba, and my dad in this dream, and he's still on the front line, because when I tell you, they had the news reporters out, the mayor was there, everybody was there. They was coming for my neck. Do you hear me? I was like, listen, Daddy, it wasn't even me. It was my sister, and she was nowhere to be found. She left me. She was nowhere to be found. She ain't called to see if I was okay. She was gone, okay? So I'm like, what am I going to do? Because now I got to move out this place, and I love my area. I love my place. So he goes downstairs, and he stood in front of everybody. It was police officers. They was ready to go to war. They was going at me, calling me all type of names. And long story short, they went to war, okay? They went to war. And listen, that changed the city, because listen, them people was upset because, long story short, and I'm going to stop saying long story short, but my Abba ended up dying from me, because, like, it was, like, basically, like, his people and my people just ended, like, them and us, like, it was a war out of this world. Like, he really put his life on the line for me. And that's a prophetic word. God is willing to put his life on the line for you. Jesus already put his life on the line for you. Listen, you don't have to do nothing, okay? So it was devastating for me, because I'm like, wow, my daddy took the blame, but I just wanted him to know, like, it wasn't me. It was not me. Like, and a few family members that I don't talk to now was in the dream. And they came to pick me up afterwards, and they were just like, yeah, that's crazy how, your daddy, he went to war for you and he ended losing his life for you. And I felt so bad, because I kept saying, but it wasn't me. It was not me. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And I was running and running from place to place and place to place in the city, y'all. And I was trying to get away from everybody, but they was coming after me, because they was like, oh, we're not silly. You had your dad take up for you, but we already know it was you, because witnesses said that they seen your face. And I'm just like, Lord, help me. Because I'm like, do I have to get a good lawyer? What do I have to do? Because at this point, I couldn't get a good lawyer, because, mind you, the mayor was against us. These people that was high politicians in this city was all against us. They didn't want me there in the first place. So it was, and then we just went to war, and majority of the people was wiped out. So they was definitely not going to help me. I didn't have enough money. I'm over here running from city to city to city to city, and I couldn't get out the city. And I'm just like, God, help me. Help me. Help me tell these people that it was not me. This was not my fault. This was not my doing, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I called my sister. I'm like, listen, you need to tell these people what happened. Maybe we can get some type of record, like some resolution, because they are after me to kill me, and it wasn't me. And I told my family members, and my family members knew it was not me, but it was like, they was like, girl, you gonna die anyways, you might as well have a good time. So they were trying to make me drink and party and do all these things. And I think low-key they was setting me up, because everywhere I went to hide, they was with me, but it was like the people always found me. And then I had to run again and run again. And then we was in a car. And now I remember being in a car trying to get away from out of this city. And they was in a car with me, and they were just looking so suspicious. And I was like, what can I do? Like, it's not for me to do. Only God can fix this. Like, he the only one that can give me vindication. And please give me vindication, because this is not fair. Like, it's not fair. It don't feel right. I'm tired of running. God, please help me, right? And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, I'm going to stand my ground, because it's nothing. I know I didn't do no wrong. Like, so if I'm going to die, I'm just going to have to die knowing that I didn't do no wrong. And they just going to have to take this up with God himself, because I know I was right. Like, I know it was not me. It was not my fault, right? And these same family members, they knew it, but they did not want to get involved. It's like they liked the fact that the blame was on me, because the heat wasn't on them. It was like, we get to party, we get to still live our life, because we not in a hot seat. You in a hot seat. Everybody else is just saying their opinions, because they're not in a hot seat. They don't care. As long as it's not them, they don't care. Like, they just like telling me anything to make me feel good, but they really didn't care, right? So I woke up out my dream, because I kept running, and it was just like, at that point I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to die and just know that I didn't do it, and they're gonna take the blame for it. So I woke up. It was at 4:22, y'all, and I said, God, I'm sorry, but you need to go ahead and put me back to sleep and give me some vindication, because that was not fair. Like, I cannot live on without knowing that I didn't get justified, like, in my dream. It felt too right. I mean, it felt too real, and I don't like the fact that happened to me, right? So I was trying to go back to sleep to continue the dream, but Lord, I couldn't. Like, it was like, on to the next dream. Like, it is what it is, right? So I woke up, because I couldn't sleep. It was bothering me so bad, right? I woke up and I get in my word, and I'm like, God, okay. I said this prayer where it's like, God, you lead me to the word that you want me to resonate with my spirit. You know, Holy Spirit, lead me to the word that you have, a rhema word for right now for me, right? And he sent me to John 15:18, right? And it says Jesus warned about the world hatred. So it says, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. This is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you? A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecute me, they will persecute you also. If they obey me, my teachings, they will obey yours also. Okay, they will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuses for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I have not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen... If I have not done among them the works no one else did, they will not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in the law. They hated me without reason. When the advocate comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. And you also must testify, for you have been with me from the beginning. Listen, that's all the vindication I need. That's all the vindication I needed. Listen, if they hated Jesus, his own people crucified him. Listen, this is a word for somebody. Come close and listen. You are not greater than Jesus. You will do greater works, he said, but you're not greater than him. He's the master. They hate the Father. They hate him. They seen his miracles. They seen nothing but pure goodness come from this man, and they demolish him with so much hate and so much whispers about him and gossip and abuse. Okay? So if they did it to Jesus, who are you better than him for it not to happen to you? Ask yourself that question. Who am I? I had to say, wow, who am I? Why do I need and seek vindication out from this world so much? I don't belong in this world. I am his. I'm his child. That's my daddy. So, of course, if they hate him, they definitely gonna hate me because I'm a split image of him. Listen, and that's facts. So, listen, most of these people be hating themselves. They can't even know how to love them own self. So how can they sit and love and judge you the right way? They can't. They couldn't even do that for Jesus. It was directly in their face that he was the Messiah, that he was the one. And they still wanted to come up with all of these different things to justify whatever judgment that they wanted. Them same people that you looking for vindication from, it's the same people that don't want to vindicate you because they don't want the heat on them. They don't care to vindicate you because they want everybody to know, to think that way about you. It's easier to think that way and hate you. It's easier to hate on you because they see the beauty in you. They see the light in you. They see God in you. And they can't take it. They can't take it. They got to come with a bad wording of you. They got to. It's easier to spread that than to spread love. So, hey, listen. Hey, baby, come. Come. You want to be a mommy video? Listen, I'm a mama first. If y'all don't know, also, I'm pregnant with twins. And I got 2 boys already. So, I still got to get this word out. And I still got to be a mama. I waited till they went to sleep. And listen, he still woke up. Come on, Peter. Come on. Come to mommy. So listen, they gonna hate you. I always say this saying as well with my kids. Like, people be like, oh, I don't like her, but I like her kids. I always say it's no way possible. It's no way in hell. It's no way possible that someone can like you and not like your kids. My kids is literally a split image of me. It's no way. Every time, whether my kids laugh, talk, breathe, like they mama. So it's no way you cannot not like me and like my kids. That's impossible. That's a word for somebody. Keep them people away from your kids. If they don't like you, keep them away from your kids. Protect your kids at all costs. Because, baby, that's impossible. That's not even, no. God is not going to have you. Ain't nobody going to say, oh, I like you, but I just don't like God. You don't need to be around me. Because, baby, I ain't going to do nothing but talk about God. That's my whole purpose. That's my whole purpose on this earth. So there's no way you like me because I'm filled with God. There's no way you like me. Come on, baby. Just come on. Hurry up and come. Y'all haven't seen True in so long. Say hi, True. Say hi. Say hi, Pito. You had a good sleep? Listen, you see? Split image. When you see me, you see my baby. When they see you, they see God. They got to see God. You are a split image of him. You are his child. You are his chosen one. That's why they don't like you. That's why they can't stand you. You don't need to vindicate nothing. God said he's going to send out the spirit of truth who goes out from the Father. And when that truth comes, guess what? Majority of them people still gonna rock with that same lie and them same gospel and them same unvindication, justification, whatever they want to say, because it's so hard to accept the fact that you are you. You are chosen. You're a great person. You are an amazing person. You are an amazing mom. You are an amazing dad. You are an amazing person. Yeah, you have flaws. Yeah, you have your way, but you are beautiful inside and out. You are fearfully and wonderfully made because God said that. No matter what nobody said about you, he said that about you. You don't need no vindication from no one but him. And that's facts, baby. You don't need no vindication from nobody but him. I tell my kids that all the time. You don't even need that vindication from me. Who am I? I'm not your father. If God tell you something, stand on that. Because he knows you best. He's your father. You're a split image of him. Ain't that right, Pito? You love mommy? Huh? Okay. He just not waking up. He acting a little funny. But yeah, so who cares? Who cares? God cares about you, and that's all that matters. He loves you. He watching after you. And continue to seek after him. Don't continue to keep, oh, these people do not like me. They didn't like Jesus. Get over it. They didn't like Jesus. Jesus still prayed for those. Before he left this world, he said, God, forgive them for they do not know. Galatians 1:10. If you can't please God and please men at the same time. It just ain't gonna work. You gotta pick one. He knows what you did. As long as he knows the truth, it do not matter what truth anybody come up with in their head. As long as you and God knows, Mommy. That's all that matters, yes. You itching? Yeah. Okay, baby, I gotta put you on some cream, okay? You want some more? Huh? You want your drink? Here. That's all that matters. And he loves you. Y'all know these videos be what it is. I don't do no editing. Listen, y'all get just the real, uncut, what it is. If you can't deal with it, then hey. If they don't like you, they don't like me. Because listen, it is what it is. This word still got to get out. And don't be distracted from nothing else. Just listen to the word. Because listen, hey, he warns you. It is what it is. Warning come before victory or the fiction. Okay. So this is the daily devotion for today, you guys. We love you guys. God love you guys more. And thank you for joining, and thank you for listening to us and to our word. And True haven't been on. My baby got hair now, y'all. Last time he ain't have hair in these videos. We rocking a new hairstyle. He got some hair on his head. Yes. God is great. God is great, y'all. So, you want to play with this? Oh, Lord. Yes, so, bye, disciples of perseverance. Until I see you guys next time. Mwah.